It might be the other bus. Yeah. Check the other bus. Good morning, this is Occupier Kaylin coming to you live from the headquarters of the IUB Utilities Board. We are here to present objections to the Bakken Oil Pipeline. And pretty good?
I could only stay for a little while, but...
Hey, that's okay, that's okay.
You want a dress?
There'll definitely be video for you to watch.
Yay, will I not work?
Yeah, because I got my stream on. Yeah, I'm live.
We're talking, no balking. We're talking, no balking.
We're talking, no balking is a current chant.
We're talking, no balking. 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 We're talking.
This group is a mixture of those associated with the Food Sovereignty Alliance and the Food Sovereignty Prize. This year's winners, along with Iowa Citizens for Community Improvement, landowners and others who have a stake in this.
Hey folks, come on in, come on over.
We're talking,
No balking. We're talking, no balking. We're talking, no balking. We're talking, no balking.
Opposed to the Bakken Oil Pipeline. There's also a small group that is in favor of the pipeline. They are owned by the big oil companies, Dakota Access and Energy Transfer Partners.
We're talking, no balking. 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 We're talking, no balking.
I'm just moving around to give you a wider look at the crowd there facing the building, because that building is for Target. Yeah, I'm live. We got Food Sovereignty Alliance. They set up their visual down here. Stick in my purse while I take some pictures.
Morning. Hi, Kaylin.
Hello.
No balking.
I'm gonna sneak behind you.
No, you're in front of me.
I'm gonna sneak. I had it myself.
I'm gonna get closer so I can capture.
Iowa soil clean. Woo! I'm against the pipeline. I'm against the pipeline because it's going to leak. It's going to destroy our Iowa soil. It's going to destroy and pollute Iowa water and water downstream. We have one planet. We need to protect it. We have the most valuable farmland soil in Iowa. We need to protect
Sorry about that, I was taking
energy.
pictures.
We need wind and solar. We do not need oil. We need wind and solar. No more oil. We're destroying our planet. Please, we need to have sustainable energy, no more oil.
That's right. All right, who's next here?
Pipeline doesn't make any sense for Iowa. We're not getting anything out of it. The citizens are getting all the money and we're taking all the risk.
You gotta eat the thing. Push the button and hold it up close.
Said this pipeline doesn't make any sense. We're taking all the risk and they're making all the money.
Yeah.
Yeah. At a time when the world leaders are talking about getting away from fossil fuels, when the scientists all agree it's time to get rid of fossil fuels, we're building new fossil fuel infrastructure and dissecting our state. I mean, it's ridiculous.
We're talking, no barking. 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 Okay, now I'm here to speak as a landowner that just needs Des Moines. One of the biggest things that upsets me, they have not done an environmental study to even know what this does to Iowa. What do you think of that one?
Yeah.
There has not been any due diligence to hire a third party to complete this study. And with that, how do we know what the impacts are going to be to our property? That's right.
You are hearing, you may hear occasional Spanish because there are interpreters translating into Spanish what is being spoken in English because of the Latinos who are up here from Honduras and elsewhere.
That's right.
Another thing they have never talked to us farmers about is the subsoil drainage system. The subsoil drainage system, if any of you don't know what that is, that's how we drain our land so we can farm it. Without the tile system, a lot of the farmland couldn't be drained because it's too wet. We've done this years and years ago. If we have a leak, where is that oil going to go in? It's going to go into that subsoil drainage system, which will go everywhere, which will affect. We talk about our water districts and the amount of damage that we're doing right now with nitrogen. All that oil will end up in those subsoil drainage systems, which will nothing they can fix, or no amount of money will ever fix that. And we are going to have a leak, as you all know.
Right.
Right. We need to be against this because of the number one thing, they're violating our personal rights. Right. And they're violating this in the most unconscionable way of asking a utility board, what does the utility board have to do with the pipeline? It's not a utility. They're asking them to make a three-person member to make this decision, which to me they have no right, and I think the Iowa Legislative Committee should do an investigation on IUB to stop what they're doing.
I heard that!
No corporate oil! Clean Iowa soil! 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 No corporate oil! Clean Iowa soil!
Estamos aquí porque ya es tiempo, llegó el tiempo que como seres humanos tomemos decisiones responsables con el planeta.
We are here because it's about time that we as human beings take important decisions in regard to our planet Earth.
That's right.
Los tomadores de decisiones, los que toman las decisiones en todos nuestros países, tienen que darse cuenta que ellos son responsables de lo que pueda pasar con la destrucción del planeta.
Those who make the decisions in all of our countries have to be aware that the decisions are impacting all of our lives in this planet.
That's right.
No podemos condenar a las futuras generaciones a que
This
no
is
puedan tener
Mariam,
agua,
one
que
of
no
the-
puedan tener aire limpio, que no puedan tener
one of the recipients
recursos para
of the Food
sobrevivir en este
Sovereignty
planeta.
Prize, representing
Can't condemn the next
the
generation
black
to not
community of
have
Honduras.
clean water, clean air, to have a
She's speaking
beautiful,
through an
sustainable
interpreter.
life in this planet.
Llegó el día, llegó el tiempo, llegó el momento para que todos y todas los seres humanos, las personas que toman decisiones, el pueblo, toda la gente tome decisiones y pensemos que tenemos que cuidar este planeta que nos ha dado la vida, que nos da lo que comemos, que nos da lo que nosotros disfrutamos.
Bien dicho.
The time has come, the moment has come for all of us who can make decisions to really be aware and to really take care of this planet Earth. This planet Earth has given us life, has given us what we eat, has given us everything that we enjoy in life.
Por eso, nosotros pedimos, exigimos a los tomadores de decisiones que tomen acuerdos y decisiones responsables, que tenemos que buscar otras alternativas de generar combustible, energía, porque lo que estamos haciendo, estamos condenando a la desaparición de la vida de este planeta que es único, que no tenemos otro para vivir.
That's why we ask, we demand of people who are making decisions to really take care of this planet, because we only have this one planet to nourish us, to give us our lives. And so we are responsible for those decision makers to make the right decision to make sure that we are taking care of our planet Earth.
Because we have no other.
And planet first, people! 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 And planet first, people!
And Planet First. Yo, my name is Frank Cordero. I am from the Des Moines Catholic Worker and the Occupy the World Food Prize. I am a longtime member of CCI, the first organizer in Des Moines, a long time ago. Context is so important. Look where we're standing. We're standing on the hill of government of the state of Iowa. It's important to know that. And this week, the government
Frank's
of the
words are
state
being
of Iowa
translated to
has
Spanish
been
for
rented
our
out
guests from
by the
Honduras.
World Food Prize. Tonight, that World Food Prize will own that building, the People's Building.
He's pointing at
Today,
the
we're at the
state capitol,
utilities, folks. The folks are supposed to be
we will
protecting
be
this state.
protesting tonight at 6
And
p.m.
we're here to
Central.
tell them, don't let dirty oil come to our state. And let's look at who's here right now. We have some folks who are with the World Sovereignty Prize. They come
The
from
Food
all
Sovereignty
over the
Prize.
country. They come from all over the world. They're here representing the majority of human beings who are struggling to eat.
Yeah.
Look also, who else is here? CCI is here. And they are here with the people of Iowa, struggling to get the state of Iowa out of bed with corporate oil. Occupy the World Food Prize came here after Occupy Wall Street. What does Wall Street have in New York that we only have once a year here in Iowa? They have a street called Wall Street. They got buildings that do the dirty work of Wall Street, and they know how to find it. One time a year in the state of Iowa, the mechanisms, the corporations, The people who own Wall Street and come here and buy out the planet, they come here. It's called global industrial agriculture.
More like agribusiness.
And they want to do to people in the world what they did here in Iowa. And they think this is a success story. And they brag about it. In my generation, our water has been destroyed. In my generation, the most fertile land in the world is now just dead dust. For petroleum coming in and going out. Listen, this is a global struggle. And it's fought locally for the planet. Anything that has to do with the land, air, and sea is part of the global food system. Those corporates own it. We need to take it back. Y'all invited to join us at 6 o'clock here at this State House on the West End. Occupy World Food Prize. And at the right time, we're going to cross the street and we're going to try to take it back.
Which means
And
some
if we
will
don't
be
do
risking
it
your
this
arrest.
year, we're going to keep coming until we get that goddamn house back to us. Yeah. All right, Jack.
Let her rip.
Oh. I was trained to be a professional geologist, but my heart, soul, and mind didn't follow. So I'm an earth hugger. I've always been one. Ever since I was 5 years old and asked my mom, can I go out in the backyard and dig a hole? Why? She said, because I want to know what's down there. And ever since, I've been following that path of being an earth hugger. Now, all pipelines leak. All pipelines leak. No matter how well and perfectly they're built.
That's right.
They leak. Right? Iowa's pipeline will leak.
That's right.
Soil is alive. That's right. It lives. That's right. But Iowa's soil is dying and is dead in many places.
That's not right.
That ain't right. Big oil has taken over. Kelsey Warren has tried to take over here from Texas and Colorado and every other place he lives. In those great big houses that we don't have and don't need. See, he loves to eat earth. We need to love earth. All of our ancient ancestors, no matter where they were on this planet, loved earth. We have not learned from them. We have forsaken our only home for the sake of money. This has to stop. Now. Thanks for listening. Thank you. No corporate oil! Clean Iowa soil! 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 Well, it's an honor to be here. Can we make some noise for our Iowans? Making noise. We also want to send love up on the hill. We're praying for you. And it's all about knowledge. Knowledge is power. We're here to stand in solidarity with small Iowan farmers, the elders. You guys have such a strong elder activist community. It's an honor to hear the elders speak, and hopefully we're all listening. We're here to stand in solidarity with the U.S. Food Sovereignty Alliance. We all need to care for Mother Earth, for each other, for our communities, and we don't want this pipeline. It's not the way to go. That's right. Clean energy, sustainable food,
bringing Iowa back, regenerating the soil. Those are important things that we want to work on, not paying and filling these corporate greed's pockets.
Yeah.
So it's just an honor to be
Those
here
who
to
are
stand in
watching,
solidarity. We're from
please
Nuevo
tweet
Mexico, from
no
New Mexico,
Bakken,
with the Southwest
hashtag
Organizing
no
Project.
Bakken, or hashtag stop the pipeline.
With the First Nations people that are affected, Iowa families that are affected, this affects everyone. It's not our fault, but it is our fight. So it's not our fault, but it is our fight. It's not our fault, but it is our fight. It's not our fault, but it is our fight. It's not our fault, but it is our fight. It's not our fault, but it is our fight. It's not our fault, but it is our fight. Viva la lucha, que viva la gente!
Viva la lucha, viva la gente. Long live the stronger, long live. Si se puede, we can.
Hi,
Yes, we
my
can.
name is Caroline Doolin Hake Walker. I represent Women's League for Peace and Freedom.
International League for Peace and Freedom.
And the Interfaith Green Coalition. Today, as we resist the building of the Bakken pipeline, I would also ask that we look at the big picture. As we hear all kind of warnings about the near future of our planet, Earth, and to keep at least 80% of all fossil fuels left in the ground, we must look at strategies that drastically and quickly push us forward. Naomi Klein, Bill McKibben, James Hansen, all very reputable journalists or scientists are telling us that we must have a mass movement of people.
That's right.
Yeah.
I heard that.
All of us must join, and whoever we are, environmental groups, community organizing groups, peace groups, unions, churches, peace groups, food and ag groups, neighborhood associations, small business groups, teachers, farmers, and more. It's okay that each group wants to work on a particular important cause, but then we must all join forces by the thousands, no, by the tens of thousands.
Forget that by the millions.
Biggest crisis
Sorry for the
facing
shaking. I
us,
was taking a
saving
drink
the
from my water
planet.
bottle.
Right. What will that look like? Divestment, boycott, voting, legal action,
Or sanctions, even.
protest, civil disobedience, and if our federal and state governments are majorly dysfunctional, which they are, then we work at the local level, creating cities and towns that have their own energy descent plans, like Dubuque, Iowa,
That's right.
and transition communities all over the world. So today, let's all go forth, calling and uniting many, many groups of people and thousands and tens and hundreds of thousands to join this movement against oil, against the Bakken pipeline.
The people united would never be defeated.
Hi, everybody. My name is Mike. I'm a farmer from Wisconsin, but my roots are in Boone, Iowa.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm from here, but I'm not from here. I'm from everywhere.
That's right.
Right? You're from everywhere. We're all from everywhere. We're all in this together. There would be no Bakken oil coming through this pipeline if it wasn't for the sand that they're stealing from Wisconsin. There would be no oil if it weren't for the sand they are stealing out from under our farms in Wisconsin. We know what it looks like
Plus,
when
we
they
have a frac
begin
sand
to
mine here in
dismantle
Iowa.
farmland. We already know, and I'm telling you, it ain't pretty. And they don't listen to the law. They own the law, right? Who are the real anarchists? It's the guys who own the law, who don't pay attention to the law.
That's right.
And part of our fight in Wisconsin a couple of years ago was down in Winona, Winona, Minnesota, where the sand from Wisconsin comes across bridges and gets put on barges and trains. The trains come up to Bakken, the barges go down to Texas. And 34 of us went to Winona, stood in front of trucks that were loading sand onto barges and loading sand into washers, and we stopped those trucks, and we got arrested, and we went to court, and then the governor of Minnesota started to pay attention.
Wow.
It wasn't until that action took place that the governor of Minnesota started to say, hey, there might be some kind of conflict, a resource conflict between dismantling the sand that filters our water and what they want to do with the sand that they're removing from Wisconsin. So I just want to say, good for you for being here. I hope you don't have to step it up. I hope we can stop it when these guys are going to have enough sense to go, yeah, this is a bad idea.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, the people in Wisconsin are trying to stop the sand so you don't have the oil coming through here. And if you stop the pipeline and they don't have the oil, they're not going to need our sand.
All right.
We're all in this together. 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 We're all in this together.
We're all in this together. Thanks, everybody. So, some great stories. I think what's next is a little bit of action. Who's ready for that?
I think there are a few people.
Can you raise your hand? I think you have a box behind you. There's the box. That box is full of objections addressed to the Iowa Utilities Board, saying we won't stand for this proposal and we want you to deny it. I want everyone here to grab a little stack of those, and we're gonna line up and go into their office and drop them off at the front desk inside, okay? And we also have a handful of folks who are gonna do a little skit for us. So while we deliver these, if you all can get your skit ready, I think we'll be in good shape to come back out here and do a little bit more speaking out and rallying against this proposal, all right?
People are now taking the stacks of the cards.
Thanks, Dave. Good job.
I'm just going to
Feel free to grab them. You don't have to get them through me.
Let me help.
I'm live streaming, so
Pass them out.
these are petitions that have been signed.
You want me to help pass them out?
Yeah,
You're okay?
there are 1,000 plus.
I got some more.
I'm going to change my position.
We're talking, no barking. We're talking, no barking. We're talking, no barking. We're talking, no barking. We're talking, no barking.
Just stitching my shades since I'm going inside the building. You dropped one.
We're talking, no barking. No bucket! No bucket! No bucket! No bucket! No bucket!
Now entering the building.
No bucket! No bucket! No bucket! No bucket! No bucket! No bucket!
We're talking.
No bucket!
You're talking.
No bucket!
We're talking.
No bucket!
We're talking.
No bucket!
How's that, Lynn?
open this door.
Everybody's here. We're all in this together.
I just hold the door open for some others. I'm going to raise my stick.
No barking. We're talking. 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 No barking.
They're placing the petitions and the objections on the counter.
No barking. We're talking. No barking. We're talking. No barking. We're talking. No barking. We're talking. No barking. We're talking.
I'm just snapping pictures. Well, let's sorry about the shaking.
No barking. We're talking. 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 No barking. Thank you. We're talking. No barking. Thank you. We're talking. No barking. We're talking. No barking. We're talking. No barking. We're talking. Thank you. No barking. No barking. No barking. No barking.
We are exiting the building.
No barking. We're talking. 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 We're talking. No barking. We're talking, no barking. We're talking, no barking. We're talking.
We are now back.
No barking. No barking.
For those just joining me, this is Dr. Carter Curley coming to you live from the headquarters of the Iowa Utilities Board. And we have just presented 1,000 plus objections and petitions against the Bakken pipeline. There are representatives of the Food Sovereignty Alliance, the Food Sovereignty Prize winners.
Many of them have already been hired out for non-union contractors. So it's important I know Vern Johnson. I gave him your phone number.
Positioning myself.
I just wanted to make sure what was what. Okay.
Mike Parker and I are here today.
This is the corporate pig.
There's never going to be any problems with our dear little pipeline here. It's going to be under the ground anyway, so when you're slipping in, no, it won't hurt anything down there. Okay, so we have some wonderful crew here with us today. Now we'll share this lovely brew with you. Isn't it lovely?
Why don't you drink it first?
Chug.
Show us.
Chug.
Oh, no. Our guests first. You all need to drink. Have a drink.
Thank you. Drink it.
With your water.
Pure water, please.
Oh, no. You got to
We
have
have
it
a clean water.
better. It's lovely. We're going to
Said water is life.
this
Agua
pipeline
es
to
vida
you
es.
as a
Water is life.
benefit.
I think we should drive them away. Yeah. Get out here.
Fuera.
Oh, no.
Link arms o de solo?
We're going to make money to your economy.
We don't want to drink that water. We don't drink that water. Take it back. Take it back.
Rolling the thing that's representing the pipeline, driving the corporate pig back. Fuera means get out of here. Globalize the struggle. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, something smells around here, and I think it smells like dirt.
Hey, Brenda, put your hand out. Come this way.
Some comments to the IUB. We've pushed back big oil. Are we done yet?
No.
I said, are we done yet? No! I don't think so. People and planet first. 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 People. Okay, we got a lot of folks here, and I'm not quite done yet. Are you? I want to hear some more voices. What do you think? All right. So who else wants to come up here and tell me why you're opposed to the Bakken pipeline? Why you're opposed to this extraction industry? Why we need to get beyond fossil fuels? Who's going to come up here and tell me? Ross, all right.
Let her rip.
My name is Ross Scooters, and I'm a member of Iowa Citizens for Community Improvement. I'm also a very proud union member. And I'm kind of disappointed that the union brothers and sisters up on the hill are no longer here to hear us tell our stories. So thank you all for being here. We have an addiction to fossil fuels.
That's right.
It's destroying our state, it's destroying our country, it's destroying the planet.
That's right.
It's destroying our democracy.
Yes.
And I don't know about you, but I think the best thing to do for an addiction is to break it.
That's right.
We
Sorry, I'm
can
just
break
grabbing
that
my
with
water bottle
good,
again.
sustainable jobs and clean energy.
Right.
That's right.
Right.
Not all jobs are created equal. When we support fossil fuel jobs, they take away from other jobs.
That's right.
They add costs that we as citizens of the world bear to subsidize their pollution.
Right.
And it takes away from jobs, which can help sustain and support our planet. It's time we break the addiction so that we can support those jobs.
That's right. Break it.
No oil in our soil.
No oil in our soil. No oil in our soil. No oil in our soil.
Yep, I'm holding close.
The pipeline is proposed to run through my family farm, and one of the things that's going to happen that disturbs me deeply is that 47 years ago I planted walnut trees in a grove on our property. The pipeline will run through our timberland, and I am told that after they're done, they'll lay waste to everything I've planted 47 years ago, which is not quite mature. They'll lay waste to it, they'll pile it in a pile, and probably let it decompose or burn it.
That ain't right!
And they will see to it that where they run through the timber and when then back up into our farm fields, they will see to it that somebody is hired with a bush hog and never allow anything to grow there, another tree to ever grow there again. That is not right.
A bush hog is a kind of
this is for
digging
eternity in a
machine
day, and that is not right.
that seriously turns the dirt.
Good morning.
Good morning. Alters it in the process.
I'm an Iowa farm girl from Monticello, Iowa. My dad raised 11 children on a Monticello farm of 80 acres. And in that process, he taught us to treasure the land. Because if you crack open the soil, you will crack open your hearts. And things will turn, instead of the land turning into grass and crops and trees and flowers, it'll turn into this steel piece of mud.
Right. That's right. Right. Referring to the construction of this building, it has a lot of steel on the outside. Okay.
One of the
the big one on the side.
One of the reasons why I'm here today is because of my uncle. My uncle worked in a refinery in Texas City, Texas for many years, and it was the local common knowledge there that by the time that you got done working there, you were probably going to die.
That ain't right.
That ain't right. And about a year after he retired, he died of cancer. And that was pretty common for all the people that he worked with in that refinery. This is not good for our health. It's not good for our soil. It's not good for our planet. It's not good for the climate. That's why I stand here today against the pipeline.
We're talking, no barking. We're talking,
She was
no
part of
barking.
the political
We're
theater
talking,
to
no
represent
barking. We're talking, no
the
barking.
companies involved.
We're talking, no barking. We're talking, no barking. We're talking, no barking. We're talking, no barking.
My name is Andrew Kong Bartlett. I'm with the U.S. Food Sovereignty Alliance. But I'm also part of the Presbyterian Church USA. I thank you all for being out here, for Iowa CCI and everyone else that's organized this. I want to let you know that the Presbyterian Church USA stands in solidarity with this effort. We oppose the further expansion and export of oil. And until there is environmental impact assessments that look at the effects on communities along the pipeline and the effect on the environment, then stop corporate oil, clean Iowa soil.
Stop corporate oil! Clean Iowa soil! 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 Stop corporate oil! Clean Iowa soil!
How we doing out there this morning? I hear a lot of people and they have a lot of concerns. I also went and listened to the people up on the hill and they're concerned too. They're concerned about their jobs and they have a real struggle too. But they think that we're against each other. Why do they think that? Because these outside interests that own the government that can come in and buy and do whatever they want have come in and said, this is all you're gonna get and you better fight for it. And like that woman just said, you'll be lucky if you don't die when you're done. We have to start dreaming bigger. We have to start embracing innovation.
That's right.
And figuring out how we are going to take our government back and how we are going to stop them from owning us and coming in and owning our land, owning our pride, whenever they feel like they can turn a profit off of it.
All right.
I
everybody. My name is Juliette Michaud. I'm with the Institute for Agriculture and Trade Policy in Minnesota. And I want to say how much we're in this together. We stand with you in solidarity in Iowa, and we work at a lot of different levels that all contribute to this kind of pipeline. We know this pipeline isn't just about Iowa.
Right.
That's right.
We know the pipeline isn't just about the United States.
That's right.
We know the pipeline is about international free trade agreements.
Right.
Like the Trans-Pacific Partnership, like the Transatlantic Trade Agreement.
Right.
Like and why are all these agreements secret also? Why don't we know anything about what's going on with them?
Right.
Why are our congressmen right now fighting to try to see the language in these agreements, language that is there to make sure that pipelines like this one are stuffed down our throats and the throats of the rest of the world. So I say stop it now. Stand in solidarity with people who have suffered, lost their lives, and lost their lands to extraction industries worldwide. We're in it together. Solidarity will see us through. Not here, not there, not anywhere. Not here, not there, not anywhere.
Not here,
not there, not anywhere. Not here, not there, not anywhere. Not here, not there, not anywhere. Not here, not there, not anywhere.
Hey everyone, how you doing? My name is Sana with Grassroots International. We're part of the U.S. Food Sovereignty Alliance, and we're so excited to be here with Iowa CCI today. And I wanted to share that the U.S. Food Sovereignty Alliance is part of a national alliance called the Climate Justice Alliance. And there are communities all over the country who are fighting against the dig, burn, and dump economy, who are fighting against extraction like pipelines, like coal, and oil refineries, and who are standing up for a just transition, exactly what you were talking about. We don't need dirty jobs. We need a good life. We need to live well. That looks like clean, renewable energy. It looks like food sovereignty and agroecology. We know that we can build a different kind of future. Communities all over the country and all over the world. We heard from Miriam Miranda, who's fighting the same fight in Honduras, and so many other communities all over the world standing together. So thank you so much to all of you. We're going to share back with the rest of our allies in the Climate Justice Alliance that people in Iowa are standing strong, together with the First Nations people who are fighting against extraction. Thank you.
We're all here because it's important to us. That's why we came today. We all have our many reasons. And the top reason is, maybe underneath it all, is that the earth itself is in danger. And a pipeline, I think we know we have to change. The world has to change to solar, to wind, and other possibilities. But I think they want to plant a symbol that they don't ever plan to change.
No.
The pipeline is, for them, I think, a symbol I'll never change.
That's right.
That's right.
And I don't think they will unless we make them.
That's right.
So the people that are addicted really to greed, to the oil people, to the super rich, it's super addiction to money.
Right.
And we have to stay together no matter where we're from, and as we're doing today, because this is the only way to have a better life. We will have a better life for our kids and our grandkids. That's why we're here, for our farm, for the beauty of the world.
That's right.
That's why we're here, and it's great to be present with such a powerful group of people.
All right. People of planet first. People and planet first people, 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 and planet first people.
All right, folks. So Nathan is just going to fill us in on kind of what some of the next steps are. Our buses are here, so after we hear next steps, we'll go ahead and get back on the buses to head back to the CCI office. Yeah, we'll kind of talk next steps once we get there. But Nathan.
Hey folks, just wanted to say thank you all for coming. I think we sent a really strong message to the Utilities Board today. How y'all feeling? Y'all feel good about it? Alright, so in terms of what's next, I talked about this a little bit, but on November 12th we have the public hearing. So those folks who are going to be here in Iowa, I want to see you in the audience there on November 12th in Boone, Iowa.
Hopefully I will be able to stream that. If I can join get a ride to Boone, I will bring you that.
What time? It's going to be 9 a.m. We have more plans coming, and I'll let you know. If you have any questions, you can talk to me later, too. Beyond that, we have some actions against the Army Corps of Engineers coming up. You can expect to hear from us on that. And
hopefully I will be able to
that's about
direct
it.
actions.
We're really ramping up here, and I'm glad y'all could turn out for
I will
this.
try to bring you those live as well when those come up.
Huge, thank you. We've got a lot of folks
Love it. The people united will never be defeated. Iowa United will never be defeated.
Unida, jamás será vencida. Iowa, unida, jamás será vencida. Iowa, unida, jamás será vencida.
Iowa Unida, jamás será vencida. Iowa United will never be defeated.
Globalize the struggle.
Globalize the struggle.
Globalize the struggle.
Globalize the hope.
Wedding. Thank you so much. Thinking about you. Thank you. Thanks so much for your blessing and all your work. We will. This is so exciting. You're crazy. Thanks for all your support. We'll be in touch. It's okay. Thank you.
You're getting married or did?
I'm getting married on the 24th.
Oh, felicidades. Congratulations. Or in Polish we say gratulacje. That's one of the few Polish words I know. Felicidades.
More than I know.
Yeah. And when I say to other Muslims something, I say mabruk.
Mabruk.
Yeah, that's Arabic. Now get back on the buses to go back to the CCI office. And I'll just get my stream down. But before I do, I would like to thank you all for watching. I would like to give a shout out to those restream channels that may have picked up my feed today and rebroadcasted it, whether it be Global Occupy News Network or Activist World News Now or Liberty Drum or any of those other restream channels that pick up individual stream feeds like mine and rebroadcast them and provide them to the audience. Thank you for doing that. Please support them. Please support your local streamers, wherever they may be. Get into it yourself to broadcast events in your local areas. And also I'd like to ask you to check out my donation links so it can help me cover the cost of my live streaming and broadcasting so I can continue to bring in these events. I do this on my own dime. I don't work for anyone but you, my viewers. So please go to www.gofundme.com/OccupierKaylin. That is KAYLYNN. Again, www.gofundme.com/OccupierKaylin. Or if you do not have access to GoFundMe or you do not have any of the currencies that it supports, you you can go to www.paypal.com, and in the send money to line, enter the email address strainSOP@AOL.com. Again, www.paypal.com, and in the send money to line, enter the email address strainSOP@AOL.com. That will help me cover the cost of my live streaming and broadcasting. So if you can afford to kick me a little bit, that would certainly be appreciated. And if you cannot donate, please spread my donation pages around, and please spread my channel around. So I want to show you that there is action here in Iowa. We are active, and one of the people who is from Occupy Hawaii is now here in Des Moines, so she is getting herself set up to do broadcasting here in Iowa. So she has not gone live yet, but she will when she gets her new account set up. So look for that in the near future, and we may team up. And again, thanks for watching, and so 6 p.m. Central tonight, rally and direct action at the Iowa State Capitol in protest of the corporate-owned World Food Prize that favors GMOs over sustainable organic agriculture, local farms. So that will be the next thing, and then Saturday evening I will broadcast a Palestine Solidarity event. So that will be at 7 o'clock. So again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the streams.